Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my miscarriage story. Disclaimer, if you are easily... Hi guys, this is a story about my miscarriage, and if you don't want to hear anything about miscarriages or you have a problem looking at a baby's body while the baby's dead, you should exit this video right now because I will be showing a picture of my baby. Thank you for watching. Actually, the exact date is April 1st, 2004. I could never forget that day because it was, as Americans call it, All Fools Day. In Jamaica, we call it Tom Fool's Day. I don't know why. Who knows? But anyway, after I had my miscarriage that day, nothing was funny about April 1st anymore. Okay, so how it started. I got married to my son's dad in 2003, and shortly after I became pregnant. At 6 months and 2 weeks through my pregnancy, I woke up one night and I feel like I felt like I was in a dream, and I felt something drop inside my stomach, like literally drop. um Sorry guys, I think this is gonna be harder to film than I thought. Okay. So I was sleeping. I felt like something dropped in my stomach, and I woke up my husband at the time, and I was like, something's wrong with the baby. And you know how the doctor will tell you, if you don't feel the baby move, to drink something sweet and, keep waiting for the movements. But I drank so much juice, I ate candy, I don't know what I did, but I didn't feel any movement, or the movements were really faint, like making me think that I'm imagining stuff. So I got up the morning and I decided I'm gonna go to the doctor because I didn't like the way I was. I didn't feel my baby. I didn't feel her moving anymore. Yeah, it was a girl. I didn't feel her moving anymore. I got to the hospital. I was going to Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn at the time. I still take my son to Kings County Hospital. I actually like it over there in Brooklyn, New York. But I got over there and I explained to them that I didn't feel my baby moving, and they sent me in a room with a doctor with a sonogram machine so she could check it out. And she was pushing the machine from side to side. She was really nasty, and she was like, she put the gel on my stomach, and then she puts the machine on, and she was like, there's no heartbeat. So I'm just sitting there like, could you try again? Like, there's no heartbeat. We could sit here and try all day and there won't be any heartbeat. She was really nasty to me. But nobody has ever been nasty to me before at that hospital. So that was my first experience with it. And I just figured, she might be having a bad day. And I don't know. But at that time, I couldn't concentrate on how nasty she was to me. I remember calling my mom. I didn't call my husband first. I called my mom and I was like, my baby has no heartbeat. And I started crying and she was like, calm down, calm down. What are you talking about? And I was like, I'm at the hospital and there's no heartbeat. My baby's dead. So I, so I, I stayed there and she said, we're gonna induce your labor so you could push the baby out. I said, you're gonna do what? Because I had no understanding of what induce your labor meant. I'm sorry guys, I'm giving no eye contact. I had no idea of what induced labor meant. And then, she sent me to this other room. They gave me my own room with bed and bathroom and everything. And so I I got my own room, and then I was able to, call my husband at the time. So I called him, and he I I don't remember if he was at work, but he came. He showed up. He was as sad as I was. I don't know, he changed that day. But he was there. I started having contraction pains, and they told me when to push. My mom was there too. My mom has been my backbone, my strength, my rock in my times of needs, because let me tell you, if she wasn't there, I don't know how I would make it through, because it was so hard to sit there and push a baby out knowing that she's dead. So anyway, I'm there. I'm pushing, I'm hurting, and I start feeling pressure, you know, and then, I started pushing and the baby came out. And when she came out, I remember the nurse asked me before she wrapped the baby up if I wanted to hold her for once. And I couldn't, guys, I couldn't get myself to hold her. I regret that so much. If you ever have a miscarriage and they ask you if you want to hold your baby, take that time to just cuddle your baby, just even if it's just 5 seconds, just to say goodbye, because I didn't do that. I had the chance, but I didn't take it. I felt like if I touched her, I wouldn't be able to let her go. And I couldn't hold her. But I remember as the nurse was walking away, I said, wait. And I touched her feet. It felt so cold. We probably would have to put like braces on her feet or something, because her feet was so round. By the way, my son came out with that same round feet. But I laid there and I cried for what seemed like forever. I just cried. I couldn't understand. And I remember thinking, pray about it. But when I decided to pray, there was nothing positive. I wasn't thinking anything positive, so I had to stop. And this is a time when I was supposed to draw closer to God, when I was supposed to need him. But instead, guys, let me tell you, I was so wrong for this, and I've already prayed and asked for God's forgiveness. But I cursed God. I said, how could you take someone away from me that I love? I loved her from the moment I knew she was there. And I couldn't think of positive things. And I just went into a state of postpartum depression. It was so bad. But before I get into, that part, let me show you. I'm going to show you my baby, guys. If you don't want to see her, please exit this video. Okay, guys, so this is what's left of the memory of my baby. It's bereavement box. So Kings County gave this to me to take home. So they had a few counselors come in to talk to me, but I wasn't interested in anything that they were saying. They gave me numbers to call if I wanted to talk to somebody, because every time I heard a baby cry. So after the baby died and they cleaned me up and they took the baby away, they asked me if I wanted them to do an autopsy. I said yes. My stepdad offered to bury the baby, and I said no. Now, this is a decision that I'm living with for the rest of my life. I had them burn the body, and I did not ask for the ashes. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm not a wicked person. Under no circumstance did I think this through. I figure the less of her I take with me, the easier it would be for me to move on. It wasn't easy. It didn't help that I didn't take the ashes. It didn't help that I didn't bury her. What it did was destroy me mentally. Do understand that day by day, even today, I, for myself, want to be cremated because of what I did to my baby. I don't want to be buried. Okay, guys, if you're my family and you're watching this, now you know I want to be cremated and the reason behind it. So, no one knows why I've always said I want to be cremated when I die. It's because of me having my baby bodies burned instead of burying her when I had the chance. But I thought that if I buried her, I would keep going to the gravesite every April 1st and I wouldn't be able to let go and move on with my life. Guys, I was 23 years old. I needed to let go. So that was my way of doing it. So to somebody else out there who had a miscarriage and thinks that, you know, they should bury their baby, go ahead and do it if that's what you feel. But because of the decision that I make, I'm living with it. But it also have me thinking differently, and I want to be cremated for the wrong reason. Oh my God. But anyway, here's my bereavement box, and I'm gonna open it so you can see what's in it. So it has a little ribbon on the front, and I tie it in a bow because I thought it was girly. Okay, so on opening the box, you have this. This is a card they give you at the hospital whenever you have baby. And then these are Krishana's footprints. My baby's name was Krishana Shania Richards. She was 1 pound 11 ounces. Up here, 1 pound 11 ounces. And they call it a spont. The type of delivery, it says spont. I don't know what that even means. Date of birth, April 1st, 2004. And it has my name on it, and the sex of the baby, it says girl right here. Okay, so that was her card. And then this is something that was in the bereavement box. It says baby's name, birth date, baby's birth weight, and baby's length. I didn't put her length on it, but I filled out the other stuff, I guess, on my spare time. So now I'm gonna show you my baby. No, before I show you my baby, there are a few things that come inside the bereavement box. There's a little blanket with these footprints on it. Thought that was cute. There's a little hat. Oh, there's a little hat. There's a little pillow with a bow on the top. So what I do is I put her picture in. I put the head of her picture on the pillow, and I taped it together. Then I put the hat on the top of the picture. I know this is probably crazy. I was trying to have her sleep or rest in peace. There's this inside the box too. It's like a bib thingy with the same footprints design on it. I don't know who made this box, but it's kept me through the years. This is how I don't miss my baby too much, and I'm able to pray to God and know that she's safe and she's not feeling any pain anymore. And there's something else in the box. Sorry. There's this little, we call it chemise in Jamaica, but I don't know what's the right word for it. It's just like a shirt, and it has a bow on the back. Isn't that cute? Like I said, I don't know who made this box, but these things are super duper cute. There's a bunch of like information inside the box. I went to one of the bereavement bereavement counseling session once, and there were too much crying there with mothers. I couldn't stay. I left and I never went back. But they gave you a bunch of addresses and phone numbers if you needed somebody to talk to. One of the places is Amend. It's in Missouri. The next place is the Compassion Friends Inc. It's in Illinois. The next place is Share. It's in Missouri. Bereavement Services in Wisconsin. And then there's suggested readings for you and your family. It says After a Loss in Pregnancy by Nancy Berezin. Silent Sorrow by Ingrid Kahn. When Pregnancy Fails by Susan Borg and Judith Lasker. And then it goes, If You Have Other Children at Home, How Do We Tell the Children? By Dan Schaefer. And Thumpy's Story by Nancy Dodge. So these are all information that could help you after the loss of a pregnancy. And then there was this card. When someone comes, I live by this. When someone comes into our lives and they are too quietly and quickly gone, they leave footprints on our hearts, and their memory stays with us forever. How cute is that? Whoever wrote this. And then inside the card it says, Our thoughts are with you. I needed to hear those words at that time because I was hurting so much. Like I said, I sank into a state of depression where there's also this card where you could mail it in if you want them to send you information. Okay, I never did any of those, obviously, because I still have these cards inside. But now I'll show you my baby. Okay, guys, click off if you don't want to see her. Okay, this is Krishana. I covered right here because of obvious reasons. I'm covering her private. Those are her legs, and the black stuff on her feet are the footprint, the ink that they used to do the footprint from the card I just showed you. So this is the hat. I put it over here to cover her head, and I cover her with a blanket like so. I know it's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a psycho. I'm just that mom that I just keep her. This is just in memory of her. Like I said, I didn't bury her, and this is how I keep her close to my heart, if that makes sense. So this I loved her so much. I've never met her, but feeling her move inside my stomach brought me so much joy. And then when she was gone, it was hard to cope. I used to sit inside the house, and I think I used to just rock and cry, and it did something to my husband. He couldn't take it anymore. Like, he couldn't sit there and watch me. And it doesn't matter which year I'm in, which month, which day, I still love her. I carry her inside my heart, and I'll never forget her. And if you're out there and you had a miscarriage or you need someone to talk to, don't be afraid, because I know that there's a God and he has reasons for taking these babies from us, but it hurts so bad. And I know that I deal with stuff differently. That I think I filmed way over the time limit that I was anticipating, and it's hard for me to talk about her and keep a straight face. I try, but thank you guys for watching, and you could drop me a comment if you ever been through anything like this, if you ever had a miscarriage, or if you just had one and don't have anyone to talk to. I'm here. I've been through it. Like I said, I fell into a state of depression, and my mom came one day and I stopped combing my hair. I just wasn't responding to the outside world. I didn't come outside. I stayed inside my apartment that I shared with my husband at the time, and he didn't know how to deal with it, as I said, and he would just go to work, come home, and leave. He just wouldn't stay inside with me. And my mom came one day and she said, "Get up." And I said, "I don't know how. I'm so sad. I want my baby back." And she said, "Your baby's gone. She's not coming back." And she took me to the hair salon, and my hair was so damaged that they cut it off. And the baby poisoned me, so my neck was black. I was black, like my hair, like my skin just got so black. My neck never got back its natural color after I was poisoned, because I guess the baby had died from the day before. So by the time I got there, she was already dead inside of me, and she started deteriorating. So she poisoned me. My mom took me to the hair salon, and they cut my hair short, and they did my nails and stuff. And my mom handed me a mirror. She said, "Look at your face, you're so beautiful. You can't let that get you down." She said, "You're young. You're only 23 and you could have more babies. You gotta get up and you gotta live." So then I made a promise to God, to Krishana and myself, and I promised that I would live. So I got up. I went to find a job. I went back to school. I got up and I decided to live. But after the autopsy, they told me that my baby had some type of disease that you get from a cat. It begins with the letter C. I'm not gonna discuss it unless somebody want to talk about it. I'll leave that for another time. But basically, like when a cat is not getting their shot, you could get it, but that's not what my baby had. They said she had a heart and a kidney failure, so even if I came the day before, they probably still wouldn't have been able to save her. I'm content now. It's okay. I have two wonderful kids, Chrisaya and Anjane. And every day when I look at Chrisaya, I still see my Krishana. They have the same dad, and his features are so strong, and his genes. And yes, Anjane. Sorry, guys. So if you are out there and you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Drop me a comment, drop me a question. I'll be more than happy to answer it. But this is my truth, and I felt the need to tell my story. Thanks for listening. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.